Hey guys, welcome to the Doom 3 BFG edition playthrough. We are up to part 9 now. I didn't record anything last night. My buddies Will and Kat came into town and they decided to come over and eat spaghetti. And we had a good time. So that was that. We had a blast. We're making some headway on this. I've got a couple of articles to talk to you about tonight while we go through the commentary. And here's hoping we actually make some headway on the game here tonight. Alright, so I just came through this door. I'm trying to remember exactly where I'm at here. I feel like if you miss one day, like I've missed a whole lot of what's going on. Like I forget. And I don't know if that's to the game's detriment. I mean, there are things that I just don't remember about the game. I feel like I'm at that point now where I really got to really be grinding and exploring a whole lot more than usual. I don't know. We're in a weird spot. I got to turn around. So, I mean, you've got a slightly different angle than usual. I rearranged. If you watch my vlog this morning, you see the layout of the workspace back here. Like that. Let me check this thing here. But yeah, I rearranged yesterday a little bit.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of personnel, recruitment, evaluation, and placement. Assignment of engineers to the lower Delta labs has become almost impossible. In 6 months, we've gone from a volunteer surplus to a critical deficiency of qualified personnel willing to accept assignment. Increases in both pay and benefits have done little to help this situation. Through exit interviews as well as the weekly
it's hard to keep people working there if you're working in hell.
It's become apparent to everyone that the rate of sudden and unexplained mental illness is way beyond acceptable levels, even for Mars. They're derogatorily being called sub-delts up here, and I have a feeling this attitude will spread to other parts of the UAC. End of log.
Alright, so they couldn't hire people because they're crazy. Or people were turning crazy.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of personnel, recruitment, evaluation, and placement. Disciplinary Action Report 40C-8, responding to Mars City Administration request. Delta Labs 1 is currently addressing a problem concerning theft of security equipment. 4 members of the security detail assigned to the Delta Labs have been reprimanded with 3 others under investigation. It seems caches of weapons, armor, and ammo have been discovered in various places throughout the Delta Labs. We've located some of the missing equipment and have information that we hope will lead us to more. I have a team investigating storage room 21D with security code 298, where I've learned stolen items may be located. I hope to recover all items and find all personnel responsible. End of log.
Alright, so 298 is the code I need to remember. Write it down. Sorry about the lack of...
down.
Let's see. Alright, system standby, that's great. So what do I do? I don't really know what to do.
Emergency power only. All Delta operations suspended.
Well. Alright, well I guess while I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, I have no clue. We'll talk about a couple articles. I've actually got 3 opened up. If you watched my, if you watched my vlog this morning, you saw that I've rearranged a little bit in here. And, oh, am I supposed to go on right? There's definitely something near me. That I rearranged in here. I added a second monitor that I had sitting around. It just seemed like the right thing to do. And it does make sense to have 2 monitors in this kind of situation because I can kind of keep track of the audio I'm recording. I can keep track of the articles I want to talk about so that I don't forget anything. So all in all, it kind of makes sense to do it the way I'm doing it. Oh, I think it's good. really not sure what just happened here. Okay, low power.
Emergency power only. All Delta
All right.
operations suspended.
So the articles I wanted to read or talk about. Okay, I think I'm going the right way now. Let's start with the incident in England. What in the world was that? Situation in England. A fella by the name of, let me see, make sure I get it right. Peter Clatworthy. He found an Xbox One, the Day One edition, on eBay for £450, and it was boxed. It was complete. It had everything with it, and he thought, hey, that's a really outstanding deal. So he bought it. Well, at least according to the picture, he thought he was getting everything he was supposed to get. When it arrived, he got a printout, not even a decent printout, a printed photo of the Xbox One Day One edition. Just a picture. Like I said, not even a good picture. Here's the thing. According to what the article said, he said that in the article it actually says that it was just a picture of the console and not the actual console, and that kind of in the moment it looked right, and in his head he didn't think it through. I guess he didn't honestly, and you know, I've been guilty of doing this before in the past. You don't always read the fine print of the auction or the listing on eBay. There's a lot of us I know of people that have bought things on eBay that didn't read the fine print, and then you find out that it's, you know, damaged or whatever, and then when you go back and read the listing, you realize that you just kind of overlooked it for whatever reason, be it that it was almost like a denial situation, that you didn't want it to be messed up, or whatever. More often than not, that's my issue, is that I just don't want to believe that it's messed up, so it's, you know, in my mind it's not. Am I a completely different spot now? No, I'm here. So he bought the console, or at least what he thought was the console. It wasn't the console. It was a picture, and a bad, poorly printed picture of that. I'll leave a link to the article, but you'll see what I'm saying. Like, it's literally like the ink's running on the picture, and it's like someone printed it at the bottom of the cartridge, if you know what I'm saying. Like, there's no ink left in the cartridge, kind of thing, which is kind of messed up. Let's be honest, it is messed up for somebody to do that. But the article said, like he said, he admitted that it did list in the listing that it wasn't the actual console, was just a photo. Here's my thing. I've watched enough Judge Judy in my life to know that that don't fly. Actually, there was a oh, something's happening. Gotta get the reactor now. There was an episode of Judge Judy where someone was trying to sell, I want to say like an iPhone or something like that, and they tried to pull the same move, man. They did the, well, it's a photo, and they listed it as a photo, and someone just didn't read the right print, you know, and
Video link up requested.
okay.
Video
How do I do
link up
that?
requested. Video link up requested. Reactor core offline. Connection established.
Green, this is Kelly. If you're watching this, you're tougher than I thought. I guess things aren't always what they seem. Plans have changed. Delta Complex 1's been compromised. You're not safe there. I'm moving to Secure Service Tunnel 1. It's not far from your position. We'll meet there.
Alright, so like I was saying, I've seen enough Judge Judy to know that that's not enough. So basically what's happened is now eBay stepped in because he played with PayPal, and it's going to be okay. They're going to fix it. They're going to make sure he gets his money back and all that wonderful stuff. But there was a line in the article that some people may have glossed right over that I didn't. I think it's because, you know, I myself am a father. This guy's 19. He has a kid of his own, and according to the article, according to this particular article, he said that he had been saving up all his money to buy this console as a surprise gift for his child, his 4-year-old child. All right, listen, some people might thumbs down this and what I'm about to say, but let me talk to you for a second. As a father, as a gamer, I have 2 kids and 1 on the way. You know, so trust me. I'm speaking with a little bit of experience. You don't buy a 4-year-old an Xbox One. That's just not what happens. I mean, he can say it that way so that he gets a little bit more of a sympathy from people, but he's not going to get sympathy from me on that. I mean, let's be honest. It was not a gift for his 4-year-old. It was a gift for him. He was intending it for himself and whatever else. Now, some people might get mad at me and say, you don't know what you're talking about. I know that my kid, my daughter is nearly 4, and there's no way possible that she could play a game on anything like that. You know, so I know it's just funny. I guess it's funny. I also feel like it's funny that they almost felt like they had to add that to make it okay, or I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird. So yeah, that whole move of trying to sell photographs as actual items, that's kind of scumbag of folks, and that's kind of disturbing. I don't think that's cool. I mean, I don't think it's cool. And I'm glad that he's getting his money back. I mean, he bought 450 pounds, according to the article, translates to about $735 US. And that ain't a small amount of money. Oh yes, thank goodness. Don't you hate when you get a text message right as a giant alien monster attacks you? Alright, back to the game. This looks like that other room I was in before. Oh my gosh. Are these heads different? Dang it. Oh my gosh. Can I go back? I gotta go back. I gotta get some help. Great. 26%. I'm so screwed.
Reactor core offline. Please follow safety procedure orange.
Shotgun shells, that's good. I'm supposed to get in there. Health. Yes.
Please follow safety procedure orange.
It's almost. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like that. Like you're getting led to your death, so to speak. Like. Gosh. Seriously with that? Really? Honestly? That's what's going to happen now?
Warning. Reactor core offline.
Alright.
Please follow safety procedure orange.
I really got to start paying closer attention. I've really gotten better about loading my gun, though. And that's for sure. Feel like, and I imagine it's supposed to feel this way, but I feel kind of lost. Like it's like I feel scrambled. Like I don't know exactly where I'm at or where I'm going, kind of thing. And I really could use that help. Right now. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen any ammo for my minigun in a long time. Chain gun, minigun, whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen any ammo for that in a minute. Alright. This is just crazy. So maybe I'm almost there. That's right. Dang it. I have my fingers on the wrong buttons. On the keyboard. Yeah, I'm gonna get, I gotta get me one of those Belkin, those Stromo pads I used to have back in the day. Probably get one pretty cheap. You guys enjoying the tongue sticking out? I know somebody is. All right.
Please follow safety procedure orange.
That's fun. Piece them back up there. My eyes are burning too. I haven't blinked in like
Please follow
a while.
safety procedure orange.
That's the thing, like I stopped blinking and it's like, ah. I think these heads are the most frustrating, okay, I take it back, the second most frustrating enemy on this game. Dang it.
Follow safety procedure orange.
I've had enough of this. This isn't going to happen. Alright, 4%. 4 freaking percent health. There's got to be some health somewhere nearby. Gotta be.
Warning. Reactor core
Come on,
offline.
please. There's got to be some health
Follow
there.
safety procedure orange.
Shot that can.
Attention.
Oh,
Reactor core online.
here we go. Now we all powered up, but alright, dude, seriously, I can't do that right now. I need help right now. I'm like holding my breath. Yes, health. Well, it wasn't full. That was great. Oh, there's health up here. Yes, yes, yes. You son of a biscuit. Look at this. Right where I started. I got up here with 84%. Now I got 88. That just... that ticks me off, man. But I went on my toes and I brought it on myself, so that was all. What the heck? Oh, this game is getting so... Not that it's the hardest game in the world, and, you know, fine, ridicule me all you want, but it is hectic. It's, like, stressful. Alright. So, how many of you guys are anime fans out there, right? I'm pretty sure quite a few of you. I know that for the most part, anime and gaming, kind of those two hobbies have a tendency to go hand in hand in some form or fashion. I've had it with those heads. I've had it. But, so a lot of times those two seem to go hand in hand with each other. No numbers here. I'm always just looking for numbers. Nothing. But I read an article today, really short thing. It was just kind of more of a picture of this Lego construction someone did. The Arvo brothers, I'm really not familiar with them. I just saw the picture and it was awesome. Have made a perfect replica of Kaneda's bike from Akira. You know, that's the iconic motorcycle from the movie. And it is a very cool piece of Lego merchandise, in my opinion. I definitely think you guys should go check it out. It's really cool. I don't know if it's a kit or something like. I don't think it's a kit as much as like they have instructions online of how to build it yourself, but it's really neato. And I just used the word neato. So there's that. Sucks. 10% health. I don't even know. This guy right here. Alright, it's slightly better this time, and I made it all the way back here. And I got that Joker before he got to me. Rockets helped. I don't know how it's going to go after this, though. Not well, apparently. I'm probably going to have to redo it all. I don't even know anymore. I don't trust anything or anybody or nothing. Okay, so I talked about the Kaneda bike from Akira. That's cool. I really think I'm gonna check out the instructions on it and see if I could do it myself. And I know that Lego has this like online build kit, you know, where you can build stuff and then like order, basically order your pieces and the instructions, I guess, to what you built online. That's kind of cool if you ask me. I don't know, it's a cool way to make up your own things and then have detailed instructions about how to recreate them. I guess that's kind of cool. If you're into Lego. I used to really love Legos. I hate this guy, man. Load it up. It's kind of like a FedEx box, don't it? I'm hoping I crank up all these, can snag all these health boxes here. Oh. Couldn't get in my rocket launcher fast enough. You know, now that guy just seems like a joke when compared to some of the other mutants and stuff that you're fighting here. Come on, baby. I think this is it, right? Nope, not yet. Oh, yeah. Let's go with that rocket launcher here. I really don't know what to do. Down to 4 rockets. 5 rockets. All right. Okay. The chainsaw's pretty good, man. It cranks right away. I ain't never had a chainsaw that do that. I knew it. Okay. Health. Yes, please. Oh no. Wrong weapon. My lip itches. You guys ever have that problem? He's gonna have some. Ooh, 30 rounds. I could do a whole lot of nothing with that. I guess I could do some damage for a little bit. I hate that guy. I find myself holding my breath a whole lot. Not talking a whole lot. A whole lot. Alright, well, how about we talk about the Xbox One and the backwards compatibility dev kit, dev mode that is rumored to exist. There is a very convincing piece of imagery floating around the internet. I saw it on Facebook in like 4 or 5 different groups on a couple different pages that I'm part of. And, I mean, it is convincing. It looks like the real deal. But no codes, right? But it does. It looks like the real thing. It tells you to, punch in some kind of button code. It will allow you to get into the dev mode or something like that, and you can tell. You can change the code in the Xbox somehow, the programming in the Xbox somehow, to allow, basically allow backwards compatibility. And a lot of people have said, I don't know if it's real or not, and they put the video, the image out there, and I think a lot of people are probably waiting for other people to try it, and if it works, then they'll try it themselves. I don't know of any videos confirming that it is in fact a real hack or whatever. I've never heard of anything like that. I have seen, according to the article that I read, Major Nelson came out on his Twitter and said, "Let me be perfectly clear." If I could remember exactly word for word what he said something to the effect of, "Let me be perfectly clear. There is absolutely no way to enable backwards compatibility with the Xbox One. No way possible." Or the Xbox One. The thing is, the problem with it, not only now has Microsoft come out and said that there's no way to do it. Now that's not to say that there actually is a way and they just don't want you to do it. Because companies have never, they never lie to people. They're always completely honest. That's that's just kind of what they live by, is honesty, right? All corporations are incredibly honest and trustworthy. But the thing is it worth the risk? Some people would say, yeah, absolutely. I know quite a few people that believe it would be worth the risk of bricking their system to be able to play their 360 games. To a lot of people, that's a built-in library. They already have, a pretty substantial 360 collection, and now they're just kind of out. I don't know. It wouldn't be worth it to me. If to be entirely honest, it would not be worth it to me to potentially brick my system. Am I going the wrong way here? Oh, I'm in Delta Labs too, right? Awesome. Let me kill this guy. And we'll wrap it up. Some armor. Some goodies. And mother... Oh, it's like it wants me to kill myself. That's creepy. That is kind of scary. Anyway, I don't know. According to Major Nelson, that thing don't work. It's a big fat hoax. Don't even try it. Hey, you're a good-looking fella. That's interesting. That's quite interesting indeed, actually. Screenshotted it. No big deal. Okay, well, I think I've done enough damage for tonight. I'm going to save in the bathroom with the candlestick. I don't know. We are in a weird spot, so I'm going to leave it at that. Don't go try to make your Xbox One backwards compatible, because in all likelihood it doesn't work. According to Major Nelson, it doesn't, and you don't want to risk ruining your system anyway. Anyway, that's how we are so far tonight, and we'll just see how much better we can get beyond this. It looks like things are getting interesting. I think we're about in hell. Anyway, please rate, comment, favorite, subscribe, and of course follow me on Google+. As always, thanks for watching.